Thank you for
Good
having
morning.
me. Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
Who says I'm gay? And then what was that? Their mouths! Yeah, pale power. We have returned to the 40s to discover the roots of success. Speaking of roots, how about those African kids, huh?
You are gay. You are.
you are gay. $17 to poop and pee all over these women. Oh look, it's a yellow-headed, pink-tailed booby. Ooh, whoa. I don't want to suck that guy's dick. Look at him. He's got the little belly. He's got the grown man tits. What the hell? Hey. It's time for fun facts. And then what is this? This is a video? Oh, they're Muslim. I see. Welcome back. I am your host, Anthony Martin, and today on Pandering Hour, we are going to be looking at Angola, ranked number 146 on the Human Development Index. Angola, let's see. Angola is a southern African nation whose varied terrain encompasses tropical Atlantic beaches, a labyrinth system of rivers, and subterranean desert that extends across the border into Namibia. The country's colonial history is reflected in its Portuguese-influenced cuisine and its landmarks, including where is that? What is this? Fortaleza de São Miguel. Okay. And I want to see some of this cuisine. Angolan cuisine. Now, I'm going to give a quick recap. Ooh, that looks fucking fire. I want to give a quick recap. So, let's see. Have I done Namibia? Let me see. Namibia. Oh, sorry. Namibia. I haven't done Namibia. Haven't done Zambia. Haven't done Zambia. I have done the Democratic Republic of Congo. And that place, I mean, that's like close to the bottom. Let me see. Republic of Congo. Have I not done the DRC? No, I have. 176. So that one is in the... It's ranked 10 out of the bottom 10. So, this place is a mess. I don't know if you guys remember or if you want to go back and listen to that episode, but this place is just rife with it's rife with terrorism. They're trying their best, but they don't like gay people. That's just a little fun fact about them. Oh, that looks pretty. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I got a little bit closer, and I'm like, oh, what kind of... Look at the tops of these houses. That doesn't look safe. Oh, that's not bad. That looks pretty nice. That looks nice. I see like some European styled buildings. Yeah, big red boat. Mm-hmm. I like it. Ooh. That's still pretty. You know, this place... Okay, I want to see. The news. News in... Where was that place? Lobito, Angola. Okay. Oh, they have mines? What is that? There's a lot of news going on here. Okay. MSC unit signs Angolan Lobito port deal with $108 million plan. See, this is the fucked up thing about Africa. No one wants Africa to get up and off the ground like the way that the rest of the world is. Like, they would hate for Africa to turn into another America, which it easily could, but they don't want that. I don't know who they is, but they don't want that because once it does, like, who's going to get that money? Like, the corporations would rather have a more French relationship with it, where in France, or France has colonized several countries in Africa and dozens of countries around the world, and they get money from that colonization. Basically, they're like, hey, we'll leave, but you're going to pay us for all these good things we did, or we're going to just burn your country to the ground, which they've done. They did that they tried to do that. Where was that place? Oh, that's good coffee. I make good coffee, fellas. And ladies. I make good coffee, regardless. I think it was definitely Haiti. They did it in Haiti, or at least they threatened it in Haiti, because there was the Haitian Revolution. Ethiopia as well. Yeah, those were the two that I think that I remember talking about. Oh, actually, where was the place with the chocolate? Was it Malawi? I think it was Malawi that had the chocolate. Or was it Benin? It might have been Benin. I can find out if I look at my episodes. Yeah, the Ferrero Rocher family. Why don't I just review that really quick? Not Guerrero. Ferrero Rocher. Yeah, these fucking assholes. These fucking assholes. I don't want the cookies. History. There we go. Tell me where you get your chocolate, you fucking assholes. Chocolate farm. Our cocoa. There we go. Knowing the source of our cocoa. Our quality cocoa comes mainly from the Ivory Coast and Ghana. My mistake. I thought the Ivory Coast was all gems. Two countries that together account for 65% of the world's cocoa production, and they're using child labor. Ivory Coast child labor cocoa. There we go. Chocolate is a product of the cacao bean, which grows primarily in the tropical climates of Western Africa, Asia, and Latin America. Cocoa bean. The farms in Western Africa and Brazil supply cacao to international giants such as Hershey's, Mars, Nestle, as well as small chocolate companies, revealing the industry direct connection to the worst forms of child labor, human trafficking, and slavery. In Western Africa, cocoa is a commodity crop, grown primarily for export. Cocoa is the Ivory Coast's primary export and makes up about half the country's agricultural exports in volume. Cocoa was originally brought to Western Africa by European chocolate companies seeking to grow it where labor was cheap or free. Most cocoa farmers earn less than $1 per day, an income below the extreme poverty line. As a result, they often resort to the use of child labor to keep their prices competitive. You see what I mean? Like, they're like, hey, it's way too expensive to pay adults $1 a day to pick our chocolate, so we gotta switch over to kids. Yeah. Oh, what does that say? Journalists went undercover as a cocoa farmer documented traffickers in Ghana selling children to them for $34 a child. $34 a child. Man, that is affordable. Do you know how many kids I could have? Man, not in America. Not in America. These kids are worth thousands of dollars. Okay. Let's take a look at this place, though. Let's take a look at Luanda. There we go. So but yeah, there's a lot. It seems to be that there's like a lot of these deals happening where they want to start the exact same thing. Very French relationship, free labor, very cheap labor, and it's sad because Africa could very well be much better than this. And it's the neighbors like what's right next to, they don't want to be taken advantage of by their neighbors. But where is it? There's one of these countries that's doing really well. Zimbabwe is doing pretty well. Nigeria is doing pretty well. Benin, Togo, Ghana. Like Ghana, not so much. Ethiopia is doing better. Kenya is doing better. Uganda's not too bad. But like they're so far apart, Uganda and Angola. But Uganda and Kenya can kind of rely on each other, sort of Ethiopia, and this is how people like do well enough to get away and get to places like the UK. Let me see. Where was I? What is this? What is this ad? Facts and banner Angola. Okay. The US and EU plan 1 billion plus African rail link for key minerals. That's not what I was talking about. This one, this port deal. See? US and EU plan $1 billion Africa rail link for key minerals. We're getting something really valuable and that can't be replaced. Do you see what I'm saying? The US and EU are going to be getting key minerals that you cannot, like, you can't just be like, well, we'll just make more minerals. No, those are irreplaceable minerals. An irreplaceable resource. Okay. And then there's this port. So, African rail link to the port. African Global Logistics, a unit of shipping giant MSC Group, on Monday signed this was what, December 11th, 2023. Monday signed a concession to operate the multi-purpose container terminal at Angola Lobido's port, the company said. AGL will invest nearly 100 million euros, 108 million, 108 in dollars to turn infrastructure into a modern, efficient, and competitive port platform, it said in an email statement Monday. Libido in Angola's Atlantic coast is emerging as a potential key export hub for the Democratic Republic of Congo's and Zambia's cobalt and copper mines. Read more on China's grip on African minerals sparks a U.S. response. Okay. Let's jump over to this rail link thing. The U.S. is racing to help develop a new rail link linking key source critical materials in Central Africa with a port. Where is cobalt located? Cobalt mine. It's in the Congo. Democratic Republic of Congo. See? And we need that cobalt. Cobalt is 100% necessary for any batteries that are being created. I think cobalt is used in lithium-ion batteries. What is cobalt used for? Airbags in automobiles, catalysts for petroleum and chemical industries, cemented carbides, also hard metals for diamond tools, corrosion, wear-resistant alloys, paints. No. In phones. Maximum stability and energy density for rechargeable batteries. Any rechargeable battery, basically, is going to need to use cobalt in the future. Just saw me put my finger in my ear. I'm not smelling it. This is just like where I like to put my finger. Don't be weird. Don't. Hey. That was just. And shut up. The U.S. is racing to help. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah. Trade route for materials used to produce electric vehicles. And we all have seen that Joe Rogan video about how awful it is to mine cobalt. This guy goes on Joe Rogan and basically explains that, like, people are packed into this mine, shoulder to shoulder, making cents a day. Tragic. Really tragic stuff. The so-called Libido Corridor project, which involves laying hundreds of miles of track from Zambia's Copperbelt province to an existing line in neighboring Angola, which serves as a flagship of the Biden administration's effort to take on China. Metals including copper, cobalt are crucial to EVs and the batteries that power them and will be among the main cargo. And this big take story explained the journey for African minerals to global markets is fraught with delays. You know, if the African people, I do have a lot of African viewers, and I'm happy about that. I'm extremely happy about that. I get a lot of viewers from Africa, um, and I think that's badass. That's really, really badass to me. But if you are in Africa, I'm just saying, if you want to make it harder for people to fuck up your country, here's a map of where the railways are going to be. Just saying. I do not support terrorism. I do not support anyone who would take on, demolish or hinder any mine that is not made by an African country, or not African country, African made railway. Yeah, African owned railway. That would really put a huge dent in this stuff. Beijing has dominated infrastructure investment in Africa for the past few decades. Now the U.S. is trying to catch up. That competition is playing out as concerns grow about access to raw materials that will power the energy transition. A feasible study in the new line will start by year end and take 6 months, according to Helena Matza, Biden's acting special coordinator for the administration's partnership on global infrastructure investment. The project should be complete within 5 years. She said in a virtual had too much coffee. I had too much coffee. I had too much coffee. I need to chill out so I can read. The goal is really to stay as close to that timeline as possible, not only for our partners, but for us also, she said. It's quite important for us to move as fast as we can. Like my mouth. Last week, the U.S. signed a memorandum of understanding with Angola, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Zambia, and the European Commission to kickstart the Libido project. The African Development Bank signed on. Okay. It said it would help raise 1.6 billion in financing. I don't know if you guys are into investing, but the African Development Bank, what is this? Who owns this? Who owns the shareholding of the bank is 60 to 40 between regional member countries and non-regional. Can I invest in African Development Bank Group? Okay. Stock price? You'd have to buy bonds. I'm gonna figure out how to get rich off this shit. I don't give a damn. I don't care. In which case, do not do anything to those railways. They're important to my success. Oh, that's good. That's good to know. That's good to know. Signed on. It said it would help raise 1.6 billion in financing, while contributing to about 500 million itself. The African Finance Corp also joined the effort and will be the overall project manager for what Matza said represents the most significant transport infrastructure that the U.S. has helped develop on the African continent in a generation. How about the African Finance Corporation? How about that? The African Finance Corp, ticker symbol. Private investors. All private investors. Those motherfuckers. I can't get in. There's too much money to be made. Okay. Let's go to, also, I want to point this out. I did Google this earlier. There's some baddies. Some goddamn baddies in Angola. My safe search is off. Turn the safe search back on. Blur. Thank you. I mean, yeah, dude, these are some baddies. Obviously, we got the cultural, but even that. Look at these. Look at all this. Look at all the. The capital's not called libido for nothing. Oh, that's thank God my head covered that. Oops. Oops. Okay. Moving on. Moving on. Moving on. I'm just gonna make a note of that. Note. Um, let's go. This Fortaleza. Where is this? Oh, it's in Luanda. Oh, actually, if Luanda is the capital, where is this place being built? Lobito? Lobito, Angola. Where's this? Oh, it's a very small port. Pretty far from the capital, actually. Huh. And what is this place? This is a Portuguese thing. So I bet there's a bunch of really good food in this area. Vista de Fortaleza. Oh, look at the food. Look at the... Oh, what is that? I want to know what that is. That doesn't look good to me, but I bet it's good. Mmm. Mmm. Some goddamn kebabs. Is this a Muslim country? I hope it is. Muslim people know how to make good food. Oof. The food, man. Love looking at the food. Okay, this is a place that's worth... This is worth going to. And this is in Luanda, the capital. So let's take a look at the hotels. Expensive hotels. Very expensive hotels. $58 a night. Let's take a look at that one. Casa Natalia? Probably Natalie's actual house. Can I see the website? They don't have pictures of this place? No pictures, just Natalie's house. Okay. Back up, 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 back up. We're gonna take a look at this place from street view. It's next to that park. Okay, I see the street that it's on. Give me the street view. Fine. Take me here and then give me the street view. Where's the street view? God damn it. Show me the street view. Do they not have street view in Africa? Oh man. Dude, there's no street view in Africa. What's going on? Why can't I see what's going on the ground floor? But that definitely is some lady's house. Okay. Let's see if we can find a place with pictures. 20 bucks more. The Hotel Residencia DB. 3-star hotel. Not bad. They got the towel swan. Have you guys seen these? Towel swan. Oh, does that mean people bone here? It's just like, hey, that's like a full size bed. That's tiny. Well, maybe they're tiny people. They are Portuguese. Average height in Angola. Average height of an African American? No, I want to know Angolan. Uh, they don't have it. What is this place? No one knows anything about Angola. What's going on? This place doesn't exist, apparently. Huh. Not a lot known about Angola, it seems like. A lot of different rooms. I mean, Google isn't coming here. Is this place like a hidden treasure? They're watching basketball on TV. Come on. What's going on? People are uploading pictures to Google. This looks like a nice place. So why? What's going on? Why wouldn't I be able to find that stuff on Google? Maybe they have laws? Angola versus Google. There's something going on here. Okay. Angola terrorism. Let's see what happens. International terror, fabric of terror, 3 days ago in Angola. When was this? Date published 1965. What are threats in Angola? There is a high rate of organized crime within groups targeting foreigners. That makes sense. In the province of Cabinda, this has included our word murder and kidnapping of foreigners. The threat from terrorist activity is low in Angola, but as with any country with AA Islamic presence. AA Islamic presence, what does that mean? Being Muslim in AA. No, it's not Muslim. No, that's not fucking stupid. I think that's a typo. A Islamic presence. I'm stupid. I'm like, what is double A Islamic? Okay. What is the security situation in Angola? That's a funny way of posing that. There's a high level of crime in Luanda. Some of it is violent. Muggers can be armed, and some attacks have been fatal. If you are attacked, hand over your money and valuables immediately. Most international companies and organizations operating in Angola have security rules for staff. Okay. Tell me more about this organized crime. No, 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 no. Go back, go back, go back, go back, go back. What is this? Luanda leaks a conceptual approach for international media in the last days is giving news about a possible appropriation of money belonging to Angola state in advantage of misconduct of the PR of Angola favoring a familiar. I believe necessary to make a framework of the conceptual definitions about the facts announced by the media in order to make an opinion about what is transmitted to the TVs to the public. Money laundering. Money laundering is presented as an activity carrying out acts concatenated in time and space with a view to achieving a determined goal. Those linked actions are concealment, and interrogation. Concealment, and integration, not interrogation. This is making me feel dumb, but it's also poorly written. What is going on? Let me zoom in on this a little bit. Money laundering and corruption. Although it is defined as the misuse of... No, I know what this is. Principal agent model. Black and white, gray. Conflict of interest. Okay, so it's just defining a lot of these things, but it's not... In the media notice hypotheses, we have an international organized crime. Indeed, the operational development of the related facts have an inherent common denominators: the structure, safety, and financing of the criminal organizations, banks, communications, real estate, and industrial units. Still in relationship to a large part of the organized crime, except partly the terrorist organizations, we can find another common element. Type of operational development. The operational development of the activities of organized criminality settles down usually according to the following vectors: extent of national, international, and transnational action; permanent, organized, and stabilized with concerns of tactics and of strategic order; conjugation of legal businesses and illicit businesses. But from where? From where? What is this? Why won't it tell me about, like, the... Okay. How about gangs? Luanda gangs. It's only in PDF? What is happening? Here we go. Here we go. Okay. The provincial government of Luanda has set up a commission to contain the phenomenon of juvenile delinquency in the Angolan capital, where 173 violent gangs operate, it announced on Tuesday. The creation of the provincial commission was approved on Monday at the 5th ordinary session of the provincial government of Luanda, in which other measures to deal with the issue were approved, including a study on levels of juvenile delinquency with greater focus on the Rastas neighborhood in Quilamba Kiaxi municipality. 173 gangs were identified, characterized between social, violent, and delinquent, which have been dismantled with police measures, but whose neutralization still lacks multi-sectoral work. The provincial government of Luanda Said, in a press release, because it's Muslim, S-A-I-D is always Said. The meeting also served to assess the trade reordering program that has been carried out in some of the city's main arteries to put an end to disorderly sales. That's it? Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more about these 100... Okay. Whoa. Angolan gangs, R word growing like mushrooms, police. Let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can read it with me. Got to get into that habit. Police in Angola, one of Africa's biggest oil producers, are struggling to contain a surge in gang-related crime and R-word cases in the nation, where the majority of the population is young and poor. A senior police official was quoted as saying on Wednesday, "What has worried us is latent crimes have become repulsive and violent. We are investigating how these criminals act." The commander of the National Police, Paulo de Alameda, was cited by the state-owned journal de Angola as saying, "These gangs are growing like mushrooms. Something is going on, and it's not because of the lack of police control." Of course, a police officer would say that. Like, no, it's not. It's not us. Something else is doing this. Okay. He said most of the gang members were young males between 14 and 30 years old, and were active in some of the thousands of shanty towns surrounding the cities in the capital Luanda, where there is little police control. Okay, well then maybe that's... Yeah, if there's little police control, maybe that is why. In the first 6 months of the year, Angolan police registered 442 crimes committed by juveniles, most of them males. There are crimes committed by children that are only 11 years old, robberies, offenses against the person, but also are the most common crimes committed by these youngsters. Some experts say crime increases with poverty and that teenagers and young adults commit more crimes than those from other age groups. The median age in Angola is 16.5 million, population is 18. Whoa, the median age in Angola's 16.5 million population is 18? Wow. It's a very, very young country. Thanks to the surging oil production, Angola's economy has been booming ever since it emerged from a devastating civil war in 2002, but most Angolans remain poor as ever. An estimated... Who gets that oil? Where does Angola export oil? Okay, Europe. Okay. Europe mostly, I should say. An estimated 2/3 live on less than $2 a day, according to the World Bank. Angola rivals Nigeria as Africa's biggest oil producer. Asked what Angolan police were going to do, or were more concerned about, De Alameda replied, "Crimes of our word are taking place daily. It's a phenomenon that no one can explain. In Luanda, we register 3 to 4 R cases per day. On a national level, there are 10 cases per day. It's a lot. The situation is worrying and tends to get even worse." That's pretty rough. Luanda creates commission to contain juvenile delinquency after identifying 173 gangs. Okay. I already read that. 50 police officers from Luanda have been transferred and 2 suspended over crime allegations. I gotta see this. And then, hold on. There's also Luanda Bay Boys.
Do not sleep on this one.
Blah, 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 blah. I am not approving of this advertisement. I am not sponsored by Manscaped in any way, shape, or form. Yada, 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 yada. Okay.
Police officers from Luanda and Muhaya have been transferred and 2 suspended pending investigations into claims they were colluding with criminal gangs to terrorize residents. The action follows a public outcry of inaction by police officers to crack the whip on criminals. Luanda Member of Parliament Dickson Maungu led locals in demanding action against the police officers, even as he condemned the killings of boda riders and business people in Luanda and Muhaya by criminal gangs.
Oh man, it's all...
Kijana anafanya biashara hapa Kuipanga, hapa Luanda Big Ben, anaitwa Job. Alifuatwa na watu na akakatwa kwa mlango yake pale Kuipanga. Hadi saizi hata hajapona.
Kikulacho.
That guy's not fucking around. I can tell. I don't know what he's saying, but he's in a military outfit.
Pota unaitwa usiku sako.
Colluding with
We cannot allow criminals to run our country. We cannot allow criminals. Yani wamerejeshwa na police station.
Man. The Luanda Bay Boys, or simply the Bay Boys, are a surfer gang in the... Oh, wait. This is in California? It's a surfer gang in the Palos Verdes Estates, California, known for their aggressive localism. In 2016, called the most notorious surf gang. The group's terrorism of the Luanda Bay public beach has caused controversy in the legal and surfing worlds. Although the Bay Boys are often considered a gang, the group had nonviolence beginning in the 1960s as a self-describing surfing family or fraternity. Luanda Bay has been considered an acclaimed big wave winter surf spot with a right-hand break. The culture of... Okay, so this is totally different. I don't care about this. Interesting. Alright, so don't go there. That place is dangerous as fuck. Nah. Then they are out of their goddamn mind for charging these prices on the hotels. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh yeah, look at this. Yeah, but if you're a foreigner, you're gonna get targeted and you're gonna get something put up your butt. They're probably, as soon as you get off the plane, they're just like, do you see that woman? Quick. She's using the hotel gym. Oh, I cannot wait. Literally. That's terrible. That's a horrible joke. That food looks fantastic, though. That's not... Africa gets it. Africa gets it. Africa can get it. Africa's gonna get you. Africa's gonna get you. This one... Okay. I mean, this place looks like it should be beautiful, but you just don't want to get warped. Don't want to get warped. You know what I mean? Not interested in getting R-worded. That's nice. Yeah, don't leave the hotel. You know, I want to see what the internet says. Tourism in Angola. Let's see what happens. Tourism in Angola is based on the country's natural environment, including its rivers, waterfalls, and coastline. Angola's tourism industry is relatively new, as much of the country was ravaged during the post-colonial civil war, which ended in 2002. Unlike most countries in the region, which generally gives U.S. and EU and many other citizens a visa on arrival and require no visa at all, Angola has a complicated visa requirement. Official letter of invitation, documents concerning purpose of travel, copy of travel itinerary, proof of funds, etc., all of which are sent back to Luanda for approval. This procedure towards visitors, places, and the country are at a disadvantage in a competitive international tourism market. Yeah, it's because they're afraid of fucking terrorism. There's mad terrorism happening in Angola. In Angola. Let's see. Areas where FCDO advises against all but essential travel. Cabinda province, except Cabinda city. Border areas. Oh, just those two? Alright. Everywhere over here, like the capital's fine. From terrorism, but you will get shanked. You will get straight shanked. Is there any UK gangs with connection to Angola? Is Top Boy accurate? Okay, never mind. Let's go to the fun facts. Let's see if they can have some fun facts for us. Angola is the 7th largest African country. Official language is Portuguese, but they were speaking English. Interesting. Angola gained its independence in 1975. Luanda is the capital and largest city, known for its stunning natural beauty. The Kalundula Falls is one of the largest waterfalls in Africa. Angola is home to diverse ethnic groups. Currency, they have their own currency. Good food. Second largest oil producer in the Sub-Saharan Africa. Lots of offshore oil. 27 years of civil war. Good lord, that sounds awful. No wonder there's gangs. There's been 27 years. Do you know how many kids can be born in 27 years? Born in a civil war? Yeah, that's, of course there would be craziness. Diverse music scene. Genres like samba. Let's see. Let's listen to some samba music. Nope. I do not approve of these things. This is not brought to you by Suicide Squad.
Attention!
La
like it.
Estás armando um emborracho. Levou uma pintivada mutuca. Estás armado com chapaco. Tocaste com a tua guitarra.
Okay. Okay. You got it. You got it, Angola. You got the vibes. Oh, wow. There's a lot more. What is this? There's a lot of songs. They have synths?
Nudo estava sempre de junto. Got my swagger right. I head into the club tonight. I'm gonna get crazy.
Nah.
Acabou assim. Nunca bebe, nunca minha vida pode ser má que é uma ilusão, mas é bom, que linha que ilumina meu coração.
Nah. Not into it. Let's see some of this. How about this? What's up, Don Omar?
No living being should ever eat.
Oh my god, there's a lot of ads in this video, you know? And I'm not getting paid for any of them. Oh, he's on a boat. He's on a big ass boat. Yep. This is familiar. You got baddies. Got a boat.
Cenzo.
Wait a second. What? That's Kuduro music? Danza Kuduro. Da 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 da. That is that song. Oh my god. Holy shit. We've been listening to this song this whole time. That's wild. That's interesting. That's crazy. This dude's Angolan? Where is Don Omar from? Dude, what is happening to my... Dying. Where is that? Puerto Rico? That's weird. But I guess that music is popular there. Okay. What else? The Tundavala fissure has breathtaking views. Angola is known for its... I'm dying. The company's found out. They found out. I know about the cobalt. They're killing me. They're killing me. Yeah, Angola has that Latin fire. The music do sumbre and jazz. Okay. Let's see some pictures of this place. Yeah, it's a big festival. Yeah, okay. Organized crime festival, so I bet that there's a good amount of drugs. Let's see. Common drugs in Angola. Cannabis. Oh, sweet, dude. Not bad. Yeah, cannabis, and then they have crack and cocaine. Welcome to America. Welcome to America, dude. Hold on, let's go back. Let's go back for a second. Turn off these layers. How far is Angola from... Which one is the narco state? One of these countries is a narco state. Let me see. Maybe one more page? Let me find it. African narco state. Guinea-Bissau. How far away is that? Oh, that's not far away at all. That's not far. It can make it over there. Because this place, Guinea-Bissau, is sending drugs to Brazil, and that's like where the UK gets some of their drugs. It's also where South America can get some of its drugs, or maybe it's the other way around. I think. Let me see. Policing was on. So, I don't want to get too into it because the episode's almost over. But, Guinea-Bissau is a narco state. Basically, it's run by a gang of drug dealers. So that's a problem because it just ships. It's the center. It's a drug center of the world. The whole country is. Now it's no South America because we got Brazil, we got Colombia, we got Venezuela, and then on top of that we got goddamn Cuba, the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, and also Mexico. But let me see. Zoom in over here. So they're probably getting a lot of their weed from that place. Okay, let's go back. Giant sable antelope. Yeah, let's talk about the giant sable antelope. Talk about some fucking animals. Wow. Whoa, that's actually huge. How big is this thing?
Okay, I spent 2 weeks testing.
No. I just want to see it compared to a person. That's pretty big. It's not the size of a helicopter. That's crazy. It's just a big horse with horns. It's like somewhere in between a goat and a horse. Okay. What else? The quick machina. Okay. Rich literary heritage, tropical climate, leading producer of diamonds. No one told me about that. Okay. Angola, diamond crime. Stones of death. Okay. Overview of corruption in the diamond sector of Angola. Police corruption, organized crime, diamonds. Well. Okay. I think it's safe to say that Angola is one of the most dangerous places in Africa, other than maybe Guinea-Bissau. But like the food is fire, the women and the music is fire. Just don't be white and just don't be white there. If you go there, don't be white. I'm gonna end the episode with that. Goodbye.